All right. So it's Tuesday morning, and I am piled up a good collection of ore rocks from Prestige Minerals. So I'm going to start panning out some of the heavies, and hopefully someone joins me to talk. All right. Thanks for watching, you guys. Now I also did start this rock a little bit earlier ago, and I got two small little pans. Got these two guys, two small of those out, and there is a lot going on in this rock, a lot more than I thought. Uh, when I crushed down, it was really shiny, but I had no idea it was going to be like that because, as you can see, uh, it gets really cloudy really fast. It's really dirty. But it's just full of stuff. And I'm going to be here panning out this one jar. So, thanks for the like. Now, because of what I'm actually looking for, hey Jeremy, I'm that one rock that I crushed down. I'm panning it down for all the sulfides and the heavies. How are you doing today, man? How's that going? I'm actually gonna put this. Let me know if that gets too annoying, but it's a little easier to see what's going on up here. Hey Ron F, welcome to the party. Thanks for joining, man. I took a look and I watched one of your videos. I don't know, maybe last week. And from what I can tell, the way you do everything, yeah, I'm panning down some crushed ore, looking for some the heavies in it. And I already did two of these small pans and found a good bit of, I don't know if you can see it, make it out on there. All that in there, I'm gonna roast and then try to smelt the good stuff out of it. Awesome. Awesome. I'm glad everything made it. I was worried about sending them in that little envelope, but yeah. So Ron, you're the way you do everything seems pretty fair. I want to send you an email and see if I can send you some stuff to raffle out on your channel. That sucks, man. About my favorite movie, Jeremy? I don't know if you guys can see that. There's just, well, that's gonna dump stuff on my keyboard. No, there's just like a bunch of metal like stuff floating. I was actually really surprised at how much stuff I was getting out of this just because of uh how easy it was to crush. I thought this one would be for something else. Oh, I don't know, man. I I don't know what would be my favorite movie, to be completely honest with you. I'd have to think about that. Pokemon the first movie always gets me going, gets me in the feels. Do you ever watch that? You ever watch Pokemon the first movie? Exactly. You know what I'm saying. That's a movie with all the ups and downs of and emotions of a good film right there. There's just so much. Before this, I thought to myself, I've never even heard of that, but I'll check it out. Is it on Netflix or any of the streaming platforms? Do you know of? Gold, that is. All right, I'll take a look. This I know I'm missing smeltable stuff, but I guess I just didn't realize how much I needed a Miller's table until this moment right now because it's so much. It's so much, you guys. I'm pouring more down, and I'll show you what I got out, and maybe, I'll be honest with you. I'd rather have more in this jar that's about to go into a crucible than have to be redone in this bottom pan here. So, well, if you stay to the end, let me know if you would have panned it down further. But honestly, it's crazy. I did a few things that I tried to do I've never tried to do before. I tried to use a pipette to take it out, and that was just excessively wasteful, in my opinion. Did any of you guys use pipettes? Oh, so don't watch the movie Gold, is what you're saying, Ron. Okay. Thank you for that. Do either of you guys watch those the Australian gold hunters down there? I tell you, they find stuff and they're like, "Oh, it's not that big, but it's better than nothing." And I think to myself, "Man, that's probably more than I'll find in the next 5 to 10 years of panning a river, you know?" Yeah, it's crazy down there. And but then you think about I think the show that I'm referring to is called Aussie Gold Hunters, and they just, they always go to these places and they're like, "Well, we're worried about the crocodiles." And then they come back with these small little nuggets and you think you see these giant crocodiles. I don't think I'd be willing to do that. Like I'd go to some of the, I think, what is it, Royal Lands they call it there. I'd go and do some of that, but I don't think I'd face off for a crocodile for, a $60 nugget, no matter how pretty it is. Let's see if we can get. No, we're not going to be able to really show what's going on there pretty well. And again, I'm over here thinking I'd rather have more stuff in the smelted crucible than in the repan stuff. So I'm just going to put this whole pan in this jar right here. I plan on using Hank Chapman's flux. Do you guys have any other recommendations for or anything on smelting? Well, you found more gold than I have, so hopefully this process yields me a pretty nice result at the end. Once we can finally get all the tools and get it down to where it is. I'm really considering at this point getting a miller's table because it is not. Hey BK, it is not the best as efficient as I thought it would be. There's always a new day, man. And honestly, this channel's all about watching me fail so you know what not to do. Hey Billy, how's it going? Because I hope to get my kiln, my furnace by the end of this month, but as I was explaining earlier, it's kind of my area has a lot of restrictions, especially right now. So I think a lot of this rock, the extra stuff, is silica. For sure, man. Yeah, what's going on with Kevin? Is everything okay? Oh, yeah, for sure. That's not good. Just making a mess. I'll check out your video as soon as I get off this live stream, Billy. As soon as I put it in there, it just turns to mud. And there's a lot to get rid of, but there's a lot to save. It just starts being visible as soon as you get the dust off, pretty much, really. And I have to start processing this because I'm on my third month, and come next month it will be a double shipment of the weight. So I'm gonna be spamming you guys with a bunch of boring panning videos, but they're exciting to me, and I watch them, so maybe they'll be exciting to somebody. So crazy. Seven p.m. Eastern time. Is that the YouTube channel? Wheatback Attack? All right, I'll try to get there. So I know that's how much I've saved so far in my nice little pickle jar. Oh, sorry, BK. Yeah, I'm gonna pan out. Probably, I'm gonna try to pan out this full jar, but it's taking me 20 minutes just to get through a little bit because I don't want to lose a lot. So we'll see how long this lasts. Okay. Thanks for stopping by, BK. And I'm not even using the snuffer bottle because there's so much that I'm picking up. It's almost an extra step just to. I think about how dark it is, and I think about what roasting it's really even going to do, and I wonder if I'm missing the roasted, like the sulfides that I need to roast, and this is just the stuff that is already oxidized because there's just so much of it. Okay, so here we got a snuffer bottle with just a little spot there, and a little bit up top. There's all the blacks that. Oh, let me just turn that so where it's see visible. There's all the black stuff that we just took out of there, and that's crazy to me. All right, man. I'll get them to you soon. All right, Billy. Stay safe. All right. See you soon, man. And yeah, I'll get you those pictures soon, BK. Yeah, see, there's so much. And here's my thought with this rock is if it's just silica, then all it's going to do is make the flux a little bit more glassy, and it's not going to hurt anything as long as I put more lead during the smelting process. That's my thought on it. Anybody out there says you're wrong, please save me some time and money. Because I'm definitely just a guy panning for shiny metals in his living room. All right, man. Good talking to you, and I'll get you an email as soon as I can. Best of everything to your friend. And I'm gonna try to get in that. I'll look back and try to get to that thing. I think that's about 5 o'clock my time. I don't know if you're gonna be in that auction thing, but I'll try to pop in and see what's going on. Stay safe, man. What do you hear? All right. I just copied it right now. I'm using the pipette to kind of stratify it a little bit easier, get more of that loose stuff off so I can just rinse it. Because, like I said, it just turns, there's a lot of almost dust material. It's just dirty. Yeah, I got your email, man. So if you don't want to, if you want to take it off just so no one else sees it. See, I thought I crushed it to where it was a really fine, fine dust, but as I pan it back, I can see that there's still a lot of pretty chunky pieces in there. Crazy, crazy. So I panned this one down a lot more than I really wanted to, but I want to see if. Yeah, see, even with after doing that like that, there's still a lot more stuff that I do not want to lose. And it seems to crawl back up like heavy. I think this button's going to be pretty silvery, honestly, because there's just so much heavy silver stuff. For sure. Oh, right on, man. Yeah, I was just explaining that I panned this one down a little bit further than I was the other ones, and as I do it, I feel like I'm losing stuff that I could get metals from. So I don't know if I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to pan it down to a level that I'm comfortable with, and then just probably it will cost more with the forgive me, the flux that I use, but right now it's all a learning game, so it'll work out. Are you still in here, Jeremy? Yeah, it's crazy. And honestly, it's I have a lot more than I thought I was going to from separating the heavies to the not roastable stuff, I guess is all I'm going to refer to it as. This stuff is crazy. And also I want you to know I have no like dish soap in here or anything because I don't want to have to wash it out again before I roast it. I don't expect to see any like free floating gold or anything like that. I'm not breaking down the black sand or anything. I'm just trying to get the like super light glassy stuff off, and there's so much of it getting water all over. I'll be honest, I am feeling good about successfully extracting something from it at this point, though. I don't know if you can see. You can see me dumping it on the. It's just so dark. There's that blonde is all dark stuff. It's not anything like white sand or anything. Pipette gets you a little bit of stuff, and then it gets all. I think it's good for getting nice little bits of exactly what you want. Like if you have a couple of flakes. I did not. No. I had a kind of slow morning and then just kind of went live. I'll check it out after I check out Billy's video. What's it about, man? And again, this is how much I'm putting in there. About maybe a third of a cup. Well, I'll definitely check it out. Thanks, Mark. Not like I wasn't gonna not check it out before. Hey, Stu Easy. Hey, Mark. We went for a walk the other day, and I think we saw like 13 turkey vultures just chilling around, circling a this. I don't know. They must have seen something, but there were so many. Oh wow. Oh man, that's horrible. I don't. They're crazy and they're big too, and that's all they do is throw up all over the place. There was a lady walking her dog and told us a story about how they just threw up all over her friend's her friend's property. And I'm just like, oh, okay. just this is kind of a little bit more satisfying than looking for gold because when you're looking for gold, there's only a little bit you can look for. I'm over here like sucking up this big jar worth of stuff. I'm like, yeah, got so much stuff. When I pan for gold, I move a bunch of material and only find a few flakes because there's only flour gold, a lot of flour gold where I'm at, and people are really happy when they find anything bigger. Oh, that's disgusting. I'm so sorry, man. Yeah, I'm panning through some crushed ore to get the stuff to smelt. And I was pretty surprised. I was talking about how I thought there'd be a lot less stuff that I'd be retrieving, but and again, maybe I'm doing it wrong, maybe I'm grabbing the wrong stuff, but we'll see in the end. Well, and also, I'm going to hold on to this other stuff and go through it once I have a better understanding of what I'm looking for. Because I'm sure when I was first thinking about it, I was first thinking about just roasting it all, but the cost of the flux really kind of took that dream away. And the fact that you can only do so much at a time. Think about roasting pounds and pounds of ore in a two size crucible. That's going to take a lot of propane. It's going to take a lot of flux. So this I'll do, and then we'll go from there. Get that. It turns into just clay though when you're doing it. It's like a gravelly mud pit. I plan on putting this what I pan down on a cast iron pan and roasting that on top of the furnace that I purchased. After that, I'm going to use Hank Chapman's flux. And I don't really plan on using any thinner because I don't think I'll need it because most of this ore has a lot of glassy material. But if I do, I'll use some of his thinner. And I'm going to do 2 parts flux to 1 part ore at first. And I'm also planning on using some lead sinkers as collector metal. That's my plan for the first go and the first couple of goes to see what, if anything, comes out of it. I plan on using the lead because then I can use a smaller crucible to extract that and see what's really going on in the bead. But I hope to not have any matte or anything like that. What would you do if you planned on doing this experiment yourself? Check out Hank Chapman. It's a premix flux uh for most ores, and you can use it for like black sands and stuff. And it's expensive, but it's cheap as well. And considering I don't know the chemical composition of these rocks or have, the knowledge within myself or where to find it right offhand, and I want to do this now, it's a pretty good thing for me. Yeah, take a look. It definitely does. They sell their thinner stuff too. I don't really know what that's for, but I'll get some just in case because I know it's supposed to run like water when you're done smelting. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Couple purchases away, and then we'll be there. Hopefully, we'll be able to get it going before it's snowfall time, right? And I still have this much to pan out. Probably 4 more pans. I haven't panned it yet, man. I've been really, really busy. I think it does. I think it's for all metals, all heavy metals like that. No, you'll know when I do, Jeremy, because I'll put a video of it on there for sure. I'm not the strongest panner, if you can't tell. So I wanted to save that for when I actually knew I'd find it. I will. I'll practice. Like I said, this is so much more instant gratification-y for me because I can suck up a lot of stuff and say, "Yep, I need that. That's what I'm going for," versus just a couple of flakes and specks. that are actually worth a lot more. Crazy how that works. That's what you call a bird brain, is really what that is when you have instant gratification over more versus less that has more value. So that's where we're at. That's one rock of the first month's ore collection. Yeah, I suffer from stew brain as well. And well, it's like, Caitlin, I said to her, I need this tactical vest so I can walk diamond. She's like, just walk, just go for a walk. You don't need a vest to go for a walk. I'm like, yeah, but I need an excuse to get this vest. She's like, you're just gonna spend money on something. Just go for a walk. And I'm like, okay, yeah, but I need this vest. I can get diamond a vest too. And she's like, I don't see why you can't just walk diamond. So I'm that person who will make excuses for something that they just saw and I'll be like, I need this. I need this right now. And it's not. I wouldn't crush that. You're not going to find anything fun in it, man. I would save it unless you're going to get into smelting because that's an awesome looking piece of rock. And that's why I explained to her, Stu, is the vest is going to make the walk safer for both of us. And then when I put a body cam on it, I can show you guys the walk and the very uncomfortable reactions that people are going to give us. It's a win-win. It's a win-win for everybody. I got The Office playing in the background, so I'm sorry for you guys. You guys don't like that show. I mean, it's yours. You crush it if you want, man, but it is an awesome piece. I hear something. Give me one quick second. I thought I heard somebody's car being towed, but it looks like it's the EMTs instead, which I don't think is really better, but at least my car is not being towed. Yeah, she's okay with she's the same way. She sees the reality of that, but then she's like, "Well, are you just going to give it away to people or are you going to keep it for your own collection?" And I'm like, "Well, you know, got to make other people happy too, right? And she's like, yeah, but then you're just spending money to spend money again. I can try to send you something that if you want to pan it out that's not as awesome, BK, because that one is awesome. Right? Right, Jeremy? So I did have plans of going and cleaning out that storage unit, but we got this weird cold front that came in and it's just really rainy and gross out here. So we're going to stay in, and in a little bit I'm going to go make some cheesy biscuits, and we're just going to take it easy. What do you guys got planned for the day? I get that, BK. That makes sense. I got mine from Prestige Minerals, and I think you can get a pound, but uh, I think that's the smallest amount you can get. But if you're interested, let me know, and I can send you a coupon code for them, and you can get like I don't know, a decent amount off. Mark, if you do want to get some of this ore yourself. Oh wow, yeah, it's really gross here. Is it raining where you are, Jeremy? Or is it you got nice weather for your garage sale? All right, Mark. Send me an email and I'll send you the coupon code and some information. And uh they have other stuff too. Like he's got gem pater and other kind of stuff. He's a pretty cool guy. I suggest reaching out to him. But like he said to me, this isn't really something that you want to crush down and pan out because you're not going to find a lot of free form gold. This is something that you really want to do his ore unless you're collecting the ore, which is one thing. You're really not wanting to crush it out like I'm doing it. I'm only crushing it out because I plan on smelting it at a later date. But he does sell stuff that pay dirts and other kind of stuff if that's something that you're looking for, Mark. Wow, Jeremy, it looks like you're the only one that's got nice weather. Stormy here, stormy for Stu Deasy, stormy for BK. Oh wow. What sandwiches are you talking about? Oh, okay. I'm like, I missed your first message. I'm sorry, man. I'm like, what are you talking about sandwiches for? You're confused. Did you have them all set at the same time, Jeremy? All right. Yeah, no, it's gonna be a little while off, but I definitely have a good bit of ore, and I've pushed myself too far to not actually smelt it there, Mark. So don't worry, we're actually gonna get some stuff, whether it's complete failures or we find something at the bottom of a conical mold one day. I'm gonna be going for it. So don't worry, man. You done with your lecture? Get more then, Jeremy. Get more of your clocks. It's crazy because there is so much here. All right, Jeremy. Yeah, I looked at I would like to make a lot of my tools, but I just don't have any of the tools needed to make tools, in all honesty. So I envy you for being able to do some stuff because I'm looking at the cost of things just for smelting, and it's like you can get yourself uh a closing grip for the crucible. It's like $90 on top of uh the actual crucible, and it's not even the only thing that you would need because you need a pair of pliers to pull it out. And then I just think to myself, man, it's time to start investing in some more big boy toys that can get some work done and that will pay you back later on, instead of buying a couple of different tongs for $90. Get a blowtorch and a mask and some raw iron rods. Really, go take a course. Yeah, I've thought about it because that stuff is it. You think about how much it costs, and I'm willing to learn some new things and do some more work, like you said. Well, it's like one of the things that was holding me back from moving this ore the way I'm doing it now is on top of all the smelting costs, there's going to be the cost of the propane tanks and stuff. And I'm like, well, that's just something I don't want to deal with right now. Well, in one of the storage units, there's 3 empty propane tanks. And I'm like, well, there saves a bunch of money, and I'm definitely just going to use that. That's right. That's right. Google and YouTube, man. And it's not about keeping money away from hardworking people or anything. It's just about keeping money in my own pocket. There's so much. Oh, for the knowledge. I see what you're saying. Yeah. You don't even need to go to school or an adult education class or anything for the knowledge. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. We're almost done, you guys. Maybe 2 more pans. Let's see how this goes. Because now we're at the bottom. Hopefully, it's all really heavy. You want to sit out here now? Almost an hour and a half later, and only one rock down, a miller's table is definitely the way to go if you're going to get into this hobby. Like, I did not think it was a needed tool, but now I am very, very much thinking it is a needed tool. Even one of the smaller ones, just to save yourself some time. Especially if you're going to do it monthly, Are you going to sit down? Caitlin's going to join us. She's done with her work for the day. And then in a little bit, we're going to just go make some lunch. I do think most of this stuff in the bottom of this jar is going to be like extremely, there's going to be very light stuff, and it's all going to just go into this other jar here. Because that last one was mostly all for that other jar. It's already so dark. Be careful, Diamond. Diamond, don't, Diamond. I'm sorry. Don't. What's wrong with you? You're gonna get me kicked off YouTube because you're inappropriate on live streams.
There's lots of places you can do that thing. Oh.
Seriously, you don't need to be in the center of everybody when you're doing that. And I have people just be like, well, what is this guy even about? I thought he was into metals and gold and stuff, and now he has inappropriate dog videos. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry. almost there. We're almost there. And at this point, you can see this jar is like it's a little. There's some lighter stuff in there, but like I said, that I really just think what's going to happen is it's going to turn into a glacier flux, or it might just roast off mostly. So we'll see. I've been using the pipette to kind of stir it because it turns into a mud.
They just clean himself.
Guess I was wrong. I guess there was a lot here that needed to be taken down. Yeah, this is all just going in that jar. There's so much heavy stuff. And yeah, there's a lot of blonde stuff too, but it's okay. guess I am going to break it up into another one more pan after this. I don't know if you're able to see the smoke that comes up off it because it's really dusty when I add water to it. That's so crazy. All right, guys, one more pan, and then I'm signing off for the day. You can see that there is a lot of light stuff in there. There's no joke about that. But there's also a lot of heavy stuff, and a lot of that light stuff isn't light is light by color, but if a camera was better, you would see that it's just super shiny. It's the last of it. Oh man, down to 2 people. Bummers. You're good, man. I do think a lot of the really shiny stuff is not pyrite, but the pre stuff that runs with gold. because there's the pyrite, and then there's the stuff that you can roast to get the gold and like get the sulfides out of it. And I don't want to misspeak. Yeah, so I think it's a type of pyrite, but I don't think it's the normal fool's gold pyrite that I was more aware of, growing up and that kind of stuff. I think it's what can be roasted and get some silver or some metal out. Yeah, chalcopyrite. That's awesome, Jeremy. Yeah, I'm cool with it being either, as long as it brings me something precious once I go through all the work of panning it down and smelting it away. I can't wait to get the better camera set up for you guys to see what I'm seeing. Yeah. Well, and that's kind of what I'm looking for, is to see uh another thing is if that Hank Chapman stuff is good. They claim it's the best stuff for smelting black sands. So we'll see. Go from ore to gold button. right, you guys. So I am done for the day, but for making it through, I've decided if you email me, I'll give you $5 of store credit to use in the September silver search if you want to participate in that. So just send me an email and let me know. This is what the end up of this, what was about that much ore, rock about that much. You can go back and look to see. Ended up being probably that much of concentrate that I could pan this down, but I'm okay with where I stand on it. There is a good bit to be panned down, but I really do think a lot of this that's light is carrying other metals. So that's where I'm at for this today. If you want to take $5 off that silver search, send me an email. And thanks for joining and watching me ramble on for another hour and 40 minutes. Thanks, you guys. Yeah, the flux is awesome, Stewed Easy. All right, I'm signing off. You guys stay safe and stay happy.